you rock and rollers and out of controllers and groupies. Welcome to another special edition of Stage Dive with Cammy Rocksville and sing guitar solo. Your thing for all things music. Now, I got some fan mail today, so I'm gonna go ahead and read that. This comes from Johnny from DC. Dear Cammy Rocksville, you rock. Thank you, Johnny. If you were stuck on a desert island with only 5 albums, which albums would you choose? Well, thanks for the shitty letter, Johnny. And now on to your question. I am stuck on a desert island. First of all, come on. That's totally lame. Secondly, I actually have a list here compiled just in case I get shitty questions like that. So, if I were stuck on a desert island, here are the following 5 albums I would bring with me if I could just rock to them for all time. So, going in chronological order, because that's totally punk rock. First up, we have David Bowie and the Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. Originally launched in 1972, I wasn't even born yet. It stars everyone's favorite guy, Aladdin Sane himself, Mr. David Bowie, giving us a story of an alien posing as like the ultimate rocker, trying to show humanity its flaws, or something like that. I know it's a good concert movie to watch too, if you have a little lady friend over, and she's, going down on something. So anyway, this album has a lot of the classic songs that we all still hear today whenever we put on the old tunes station on the radio. I know, what's the radio? I don't know either. We got 5 Years, Starman, Rock and Roll Suicide, Ladies Stardust, Ziggy Stardust, and Suffragette City. All classics, all totally rockable. Next up, coming to us in 1986 from Paul Simon, we got Graceland. Now, the thing about Graceland is I remember driving with my parents on long car rides, and they would always be playing Graceland. And first I was like, what's this? But then it just totally grew on me and blew my mind, people. You got, first of all, it was Album of the Year at the Grammys. That's pretty fucking sick. Secondly, it's not rock and roll hardcore. He recorded this in South Africa, and he got choirs of Africans and shit like that with like ohms and like guttural sounds. You got classic tunes like A Boy in the Bubble, the Graceland, I Know What I Want, I Know What I Know, You Can Call Me Al, and then All Around the World, or The Myth of Fingerprints. Totally awesome. Don't give him a once over like, oh, he's just half Simon and Garfunkel. No, this dude can rock. And it's just more than just him and Julio down by the schoolyard selling me drugs. Next up, from 2004, a big hop, skip, and a jump, because everything in the 90s sucked. You like Cobain? Fuck you. We got Jay-Z and Danger Mouse, the Grey Album. It was 2004, and you're like, whoa, how come I didn't hear about this album? That's because it's not being published. If you want to see this album, you want to listen to it, you gotta go download, because EMI, they don't like Danger Mouse for trying to distribute this because it has Beatles songs. It's a mashup of Jay-Z, hip-hop extraordinaire, his acapella stuff mixed in with Beatles tunes. And it's the Black Album, White Album, in the middle it's the Grey Album. Danger Mouse is the second half of Gnarls Barkley. He also did some fat shit with, what's-his-face, Danger Doom. And then it was Danger, no, it was MF Doom, and anyway. So the Grey Album has killer mix-ups, or mashups, of Jay-Z, Beatles, thanks to Danger Mouse. You got Encore, 99 Problems, some public service announcements. My First Song, Dirt Off Your Shoulder. All killer stuff. Got Beatles, got Jay-Z. Together, it's just musical mayhem all up in here. Next up, in 2005, we got Gorillaz, Demon Days. Now, coming off of their last album, self-titled Gorillaz, they really brought it, and they went over and out. Usually you got your first awesome album from a band, and then the second follow-up album sucks. Not the case in this point. You got Feel Good Incorporated, The Last Living Souls, Old Green World, Dirty Harry, and Dare. Holy shit, does this album rock. You got choirs at school children singing with British rockers. It's insane. And unfortunately, Plastic Beach came out recently, and it's still not my favorite yet. So if you want good Gorillaz and an awesome, awesome album, check out Demon Days. Great, great stuff. And finally, my last album, if I were stranded on a desert island, would be Daft Punk Alive 2007. As the title suggests, it came out in 2007. It was a live performance in Paris, France. These two, you might have heard them, unfortunately. And fellow rockers, this is what gets me down. A lot of people only know Daft Punk from the Kanye West mashup, Stronger. Like, oh my god, who are these new guys? They sound awesome. I can't believe Kanye came up with this song all by himself. Excuse me, people. That was not the case whatsoever. And you fuckers know it. It was Best Electronic Dance Album in 2009. And you got it starting out with Robot Rock. First of all, it's the humans and the robots fighting. And then the robots win. And then you got like One More Time. It goes into the aerodynamic with the insane solo. It's just, if you listen, I listen to this album at least once a month because I need a good dance. I'm just headbanging back and forth.
I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one.
Etc. So if you want electronic, it's good stuff. It's Daft Punk. You can get a lot of their and play a lot of their shit on the DJ Hero. Great, great dance stuff. Now I got one last card here, and you say, whoa, this is 5. Well, what are you doing with 6 cards? Well, this album I had to smuggle onto the desert island, and I won't tell you where I smuggle it from. It's still playable though. I'll just leave it at that. But when it comes to good music to listen to nowadays, I gotta go with my girl, Lady Gaga and the Fame Monster. It has the best of her first album, The Fame, and then her second album, The Fame Monster, which is like 8 tracks, but still, Bad Romance. Every time that comes on the radio, I just gotta sing along. Roma, Roma, ma, Gaga, ooh la la, romance, Speechless, Telephone, Teeth, Just Dance, Paparazzi, Poker Face, Love Game, and more. And if you checked out the Grammys this year, that duet that she had with Elton John, fucking fantastic. So gotta give it up to my girl. She's like the love child of David Bowie and Madonna, and it is the voice of our generation. Move aside, blonde bombshells, Lady Gaga's here. So that does it this episode for Stage Dive. I've been your host, Cammy Roxville. Now let's all light our lighters and have some groovy, groovy punk rock tunes. Yeah!